Mr. Justin! I'm the Kraken! Oh no, it's Medusa! Welcome to the Justin Zone. This week it's Clash of the Titans! Rah!
Justin Zone! If you're feeling down, you don't have to feel alone. Just get on the internet, go to the Justin Zone. He's the best friend that you have ever known. Yes, boys and girls, it's time for the Justin Zone. Throw your brain out the window and enter the unknown. Now don't adjust your screen, you're in the Justin Zone. Throw your brain out the window, forget what you've known. Don't adjust the screen, you're in the Justin Zone. You're in the Justin Zone. You're in the Justin Zone. Oh God, oh God, we're in the Justin Zone. We're in the Justin Zone. We're in the Justin Zone. We're in the Justin Zone.
Friends! Movie viewers! I don't know if that would go countrymen or not. That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, I am Justin of Pennsylvania. I am master of the arts and singer of movies. And today's movie is no exception. We talk about Clash of the Titans, a true classic, if there ever be one. This was not only a good film, but what's interesting about this film is that it was done by, Ray. The effects were done by, I can never say his last name right. Ray Harry. Anyway, you know who I'm basically talking about. See, that's who I'm talking about. Anyway, the effects were just phenomenal. I mean, this was probably one of his, not saying this was one of his best movies, but this definitely stretched the boundaries of what he had done in the past. I mean, he had done Earth versus the Flying Saucers. He had did It Came From Beneath the Sea, Beasts from what was it, 1,000 Phantoms or something like that. And then there was the Sinbad movies that he did, one which actually had Tom Baker. And for those who aren't familiar with who Tom Baker is, he played Doctor Who. You know, maybe we'll get to that sometime, Ed, because there is one interesting thing about Doctor Who not many people know. There is a sort of a movie. But anyway, I don't mean to get off topic. Anyway, you know, Clash of the Titans tells the story of Perseus. Now, for those who don't know who Perseus is, Perseus was another son of Zeus, you know, like Hercules. Well, I mean, it depends on how you look at it. He was either the son of Zeus. Perseus was basically a godlike figure in his own way. He was many of the Greek heroes. In his task, he was well known for being the one who slayed Medusa. For those is a Gorgon. Medusa thought of herself as the most beautiful woman, and that upset the goddess of beauty herself. So how the goddess of beauty punished her is by turning her into this grotesque snake-like creature, a Gorgon, and anyone that looked upon her would turn to stone. Like that. But, you know, now the effects in this were just probably phenomenal. I mean, you can sort of tell that they're fake, but, you know, it's just watching it, they make them look so real, and this is stop motion at its finest. You know, he had such a great passion for stop motion. That's what just made his movies so, like, popular. I mean, this one is among probably his most popular. Now, let's go with, let's say, okay, you know, story, Perseus. Basically, it opens up where his mother and Perseus are cast into the sea to appease the gods by I think it's his father, the king of this land. And Zeus punishes him punishes them by releasing the Kraken. Release the Kraken! Comes out and just wipes out the entire city. Perseus is grown up later. He's given, protection, stuff by that over Zeus. Later on, we meet another prince, so to speak. He apparently has angered Zeus by slaying many of Zeus's Pegasus. And by his punishment, he is punished and becoming a grotesque creature that no one will ever love him. And the woman he was supposed to marry, well, he keeps punishing her by making her do a riddle for anyone who tries to marry her. And, well, whoever doesn't solve the riddle obviously dies. Well, I don't want to give away too much. There's way, way more into this than it is. There's the Kraken, there's Medusa, there's a two-headed dog, there's giant scorpions, Pegasus, even the mechanical owl itself. There are so many creatures in this, it's like, it begs fun. But there's also, I did forget, Jason and the Argonauts is another good. It kind of really reminds me of this. I mean, you do... Well, anyway, of course, if you ever seen this is obviously a must-see. There is a remake. I saw bits of it. I don't know. After watching his, and then you want to jump into the whole actual computer graphics thing, it's like, I don't know. I love the stop motion. Stop motion is just like probably one of the finest pieces of, well, animated film ever. It's well put together. I mean, some of the great films have been not great films, but some of the well-known cartoons have been stop motion. I mean, you had claymation, and you had, Nightmare Before Christmas. Of course, there was The Corpse Bride. Let's not also forget what's out now, Robot Chicken. I mean, all his stuff is stop motion. So, in conclusion, this is a must-see for anyone. I know I keep always saying that, but I really urge people to watch these movies, because they're really good. Get into them, I sit down one day and say, hey, oh look, it's on TV, or hey, look, I can get it on Netflix. So anyway, this has been the Justin Zone. I am the great Justin. Bye. Man, this has been just a great episode. Oh, I feel all weird now wearing these wigs. Well, if you haven't been known, next week is the last 2 episodes of Justin Zone, or as far as that, to Season 2. So I'm really glad you get to join me for all these exciting episodes. What's going to be coming? Well, I don't know if I really want to spoil it to you, because it's kind of evil. And I mean, there's this lot of evil, and I mean, who knows, maybe there would be dead things walking around, who knows. But anyway, I got this book in the mail. Someone sent it to me, and they said, you should read this book. It's really terrifying. Well, whatever they meant by that, I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you next week in Justin Zone's Season 2 finale.